all to Expressions, our annual media seminar.
And through Expressions, Comets has carved a niche for itself by bringing together on one platform the who's who of the media industry and aspiring media professionals.
Vinayakaya Ganadevataya Ganadikshaya Dhimahi Gunashariraya Gunamanditaya Guneshanaya Dhimahi Gunaditaya Gunadishaya Gunapravishtaya Dhimahi Ekdantaya Vakratundaya Gauritanayaya Dhimahi.
So if we have an ambition, how do we realize this ambition? The answer is very, very simple. You have to strive to excel.
Of change that is happening today. We've seen technology come and go. We've seen immense and incredible changes. But with this incredible change and this explosion of the market, you're going to see an explosion of opportunities.
Television news is a young person's game. Young persons and young people like our students whom you see on TV every day. And you see them on TV every day because we've always had a close relationship with the industry. On that happy note, it gives me great pleasure to invite our Dean Ronita Hirji and the President News of Network 18, Mr. Umesh Upadhyay, and the Managing Editor of CNN IBN, Radhakrishnan Nair, to please join me on stage and proceed with the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding.
What are journalists? We are content creators. Your content that is created for print is going to be useful for TV. The content that you are going to print is going to be used for digital also. You need to develop good content. You are all good content developers.
He says he has removed all computers from his immediate workspace. He also says he uses the cell phone only to talk to his wife. In fact, he says he doesn't care much for today's mobile phone fad. All you youngsters out there perhaps should take note. It gives us immense pride to have such an eminent personality among us today. It is my privilege now to ask Sir to come and share a few pearls of wisdom. Let us give him a warm welcome. Please put your hands together for Bharat Ratna, Professor C.N.R. Rao.
Particularly in India, it doesn't matter what you young people take as your profession. You may be a journalist, you may be a scientist, teacher, whatever it is. If you want to succeed, what is the secret of success in India? 3 mantras I have for success is doggedness, dedication, and tenacity.
How much important it is to have friendly relations between science and journalism.
If I were a journalist, I would write a lot about interesting science matters. I would also be writing much more about real life stories. Lots of wonderful things happening in India, in corners of India. Nobody writes about them. Thank
you. Today, he holds a very influential position as a President News of the Network 18 Group, a Reliance affiliate. It is thanks to his initiative that Comets and Network 18 has come together to sign an agreement which will see top journalists from CNN IBN, IBN 7 and CNBC train our students to journalism and television news production. Thank you very much, sir. He is an extremely busy professional, but thanks to his deep sense of commitment to journalism and his enthusiasm for the media industry in general, he has made the time to be with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Umesh Upadhyay.
More and more people are getting their first information through social media. Politicians are now looking at Twitter handle. Newsrooms are looking at tweets. The Prime Minister of India gives a policy announcement through Twitter. Now you will see increasing use of social media for getting information.
What do you have to say about the increase in the sensationalizing news?
It's the viewers. They make the choice. You have A, B, C programs. You decide what to watch, what not to watch.
It's time for the mini quiz.
He is a member of the Board of Governors of the Advertising Standards Council of India. To help India's public relations industry, he was instrumental in founding the Perfect Relations Center for Image Management Studies. Now, without further ado, let us give him a warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Image Guru of India, Dilip Cherian.
So, while I thank the professors and all of those who have taught you, let me tell you the one thing that I was impressed by last evening. I was graciously received by two students of Comets who told me two things. First, that their classes were very long and that they usually had to work on Sundays because professionals would come and teach them on Sundays. Welcome to the real world if you are doing that. The business of communications, the science of image management as I call it, is not easy to communicate. It is best done on the ground, in the field, and on the computer.
Now based in Bangalore, she has resided in New Delhi, Chennai, and New York City. She is a wonderful role model for all of us here who aspire to be media professionals. Then she took a break to write her book. That book has been published. Now it gives me great pleasure to ask this extraordinary young woman to come up on stage and share with us her experiences as a journalist and author.
I've only now sort of learned how to do the 140 characters thing. I find it very hard. Some people are so good at it and I try to learn from what they do. It's a fun thing to do. I've been terrible at making headlines, so this is even harder. But I do think that sarcasm actually is off-putting for me in narrative, in a story. In tweets, in Facebook, I mean, that's my personality or whatever coming up. Sometimes I'm sarcastic, but I think rarely am I sarcastic in a story.
And talking about the viral fever, I would like to call Siddharth Saini on stage to introduce the final speaker of Expressions 2015.
They say the true measure of your success is when imitators spring up all around you. In this case though, the original, as we learned when trying to create this spoof, is inimitable. Yes, the Viral Fever is a true blue Indian original. Since it was created, the Viral Fever has notched up as many as 2 lakh subscribers and more than 6 lakh views. It is no surprise then that the Viral Fever is spreading fast. So here's the man you have all been waiting for. Let's hear it now for the founder and creative experiment officer of the Viral Fever, Arnab Kumar.
I can pretty much name 4 websites, and that's the only 4 websites all of you go to in a day, 90% of the time. There is facebook.com, there is gmail.com, there is youtube.com, and then there is your personal.com. Okay. So, what happens? So that is the kind of lack of context we have. We simply undermine information, we simply undermine knowledge, we simply undermine the aptitude to hunt down, find out about things that we want to do. For God's sake, it's for us, but we don't even want to find out what are the new latest sites that have come. You know, we just go to the same site where we are used to enjoyment and come back.